Hello dear students and welcome back. In today's video we'll learn about process scheduling or job scheduling, or basically in simple words how we can schedule tasks in the terminal here on Linux, generally speaking. And for that we'll use what is called or what's known cron, and crons are basically all these processes that we can or tasks that we can schedule, and for that we'll use a command called cron tab, right? And cron tab is what is going to allow us to schedule any script, any program, any code, and any command we wish to run, like at any time we wish. But before doing that, there's one important thing that we need to understand. So let me come back here, and here this website called crontab.guru, all right? And once you open this, let me delete these things, refresh, you will be welcomed with this home screen. And inside here, this is the part that we are going to focus on. Now notice here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. The first value represents minutes, the second value represents hour, third value represents day, fourth value represents month, and fifth value represents day of the week. All right. So as you can see, these values, manipulating them will allow us to schedule any task to run anytime we wish. So let's get started with these stars here. Let me set everything to be a star. All right. And as you can see, it's telling me that at every minute. So this means that run this code, right? Or that run this task every minute of every hour of every day of every month and at any day of the week, right? So now if I set this maybe to 1, now it says run this at the first minute of each hour of each day of each month at any day of the week. So basically this means it will run once each hour. All right. So like every hour it will run, and at the minute 1. If I set this to 0, it also will run only once, but at the different minute it's like just exactly at sharp hour, right? Once the clock turns to this new hour, it will run directly. Or maybe we can run this at minute 30, as you can see here. But what we can also do, give this a range. So maybe we can say run this from 0 to 5, and now it will run every minute from each hour, right? But the first 6 minutes. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So imagine it's now like 9 in the morning, right? And now the clock is just turned 9. So the code will run. And at 9 and 1 minute it will run. And 9 and 2 minutes it will run. And 9 and 3 minutes it will run. And 9 and 4 minutes it will run. 9 and 5 minutes it will run. 9 and 6 minutes it will not run. All right, until we reach 10 in the morning. Then at 10 it will run, 10 and 1 will run, and so on, like that. All right. So the value here will be from 0 to 59. All right, something like this. And now you can see it's telling me at every minute from 0 through 59, or basically this is exactly like this at every minute. Anyway, so let's set this to be for now at 5. All right, now hour will be a value between 0 and 23, right? So if I set this to be something like 18, now it will run each time, every day at 18 hours, which is 6 in the evening, in the afternoon, and 5 minutes of every day, every month, any day of the week. So basically it will run daily, always at 6:05, all right, p.m. Now we can set this to be also specific number. For example, we can set this to be at the 7th day of the month. So now this will run at 6:05 on a day of month 7. So it will run once each month, right? And that day will be the 7th day of that month at 6:05. All right. So this script will run 12 times every year, basically, because it will run on a specific date. But also what we can do here also, we can add a range. So from 7 to 14. So it will run in this range of days. All right. At 6:05. But what we can also do, we can set a month. So we want this to run on June or July, sorry, here in this case. So at 6:05 on every day of month from 7 through 14 in July, all right? And we can here even set day of the week, and the day of the week is a value between 0 and 6, right? So if I set this to be 0, which is for I believe Sunday, so you can see at 6:05 on every day of month from 7 through 14 and on Sunday in July, all right? And actually this is the reason I showed you this one here, because it will be somewhat confusing to remember all of these and scheduling. So this will help you a lot, but it's important to understand how we can do that. So let's make this back again. Any day of the week, doesn't matter. Make this any day of the month, doesn't matter. But I want this to run on a specific dates. So I want this to run on 1, 5, and 9. So as you can see, we can add even specific dates separated by commas to do scheduling. So now this code will run. Let's make this 0 and make this 1. So make things easier to understand. So now this will run at days 1, 5, and 9 of any month at 1 a.m., 1 in the morning, each month, any day of the week. Now, let's set this back to all these to be stars, all right? Make things even more clear. Let's run this at every minute on Sunday. So basically this code will work only on Sunday and every minute in or on Sunday, all right? So on Monday it will not work, Saturday will not work, like any date as long as this date is Sunday. This code will run for let's say will run for 24 hours each minute, and will run perfectly fine as long as it's Sunday. And if it's 6, it's Saturday, 5 is Friday, and so on. So what we can do, we can run this maybe if we want to do some scheduling, like let's think of a real life scheduling task. All right, so let's start fresh. Assume that you want to make a backup for your Linux file. All right, you want to create a script that creates automatic backups for your system. So it will be a good idea to do that every day, or maybe every few days, depending on how you heavily use your system, right? So if you don't use your system a lot, you don't make that much changes, all right? What you can do in that case, maybe schedule a backup every week, right? So you will do that every week, and you want this backup process to be at a time you don't work. So assuming that you will be working from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., right? So you want this to be after that time. Let's say at 12 midnight, right? So the hour will be 0. You don't want this to run every minute, you just need it to run once. So it will be exactly at midnight, right? Once every day. And as you can see, at exactly 12 p.m. all right, or yeah, 12 p.m. so sharp, all right, once. But also you want this to be one time every week, all right. So what you are going to do is adjust this day of the week. So let's set this to be, maybe it will be convenient for you to make this on Thursday, right? So in this case, this code will work on only once a day, and that day will be Thursday, right? So once every week. And as you can see, these options give us a lot of freedom on how we can schedule this. But again, even I keep forgetting about these values and how we can set them and all the different ways we can set that. So this website is pretty awesome. So you can test your timing code here, and then what we can do, we can come back here, all right, create a new cron job. So let's do that. So let's go ahead, cron tab -e. Now if you do this for you the first time, it will ask you which text editor you prefer. So give that option, but for me, I already set all this stuff, so now I will hit enter. Or what you can do before that is just say editor, set the editor environment variable. So editor, set that to nano, and as such will not get asked about this option. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Cron tab -e. So we can create a new cron tab, and -e stands for edit. So now we are editing, and now as you can see here we can create a new cron tab. So let's create a cron tab first of all that will run all the time, right? So we want to see that. Then the command. So I want the command to be to do for example list the root directory, all right, and then redirect this to, let's go, let me just here go to like not here, but to Kali. I want to specify a location where I want to store this. So I will just do some file navigation here. So let's store it in the documents, all right. So come back here, I will paste. So I will use Control U, not Control U, yeah, it's Control U. Why is it not working? Cat buffer is empty. All right, let me go back here, copy, and back here, Control U. That's weird. That's fine. Also, let me just remember the location. Home, Kali, document. All right. So home, Kali, document, documents, or documents. And then a file name. So I'll name this root.log. All right. So now this will run all the time. And the reason for that, I'm doing this because I want some action very quickly so I can show you guys how this is working. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm doing a list command for the root directory and redirecting the output to root.log so we can store the output of this command there. All right, so Control O to save and then Control X. And as you can see, cron tab installing new cron tab. So to view this cron tab that we have just installed, what we can say is we can just give me a minute here, just doing some stuff on my disk. Anyway, we can say -L, all right, and -L will show us all the contents here. And as you can see, I have here, this is it. Now this will work. Now give it some time, go to documents, stay here, and hopefully shortly we will see some action. Yep, here it is. If I open this, here is the output. Now, how amazing is that? Now, when would you use scheduling? All right, task scheduling like this. And I can see here we are about 16 minutes, but this is very important topic to talk about. So sorry for making this video very long, but it's very important topic. And I will talk here in terms of ethical hacking. In ethical hacking, you need to do regular scanning. Either you are scanning for networks, for recon, for web apps, doesn't matter what you are doing. You need to master this skill, because this skill will make you rich or make you frustrated. This is the secret of ethical hackers. The top ones is that they do monitoring for all the targets. Even after they do first initial penetration testing, they will keep an eye for any change so they can quickly, before anyone else, like the newbies, right? So they can find all the vulnerabilities in this system first and get paid for that. So this is one thing, and we'll learn more about this. There's so much to cover about this topic later on, and especially when we combine the power of this with Python, it will be a killer skill. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Sorry for making this long and painful for you, but sorry for that again. I will see you in the next video.